Hello everybody and welcome back to Pokemon White playthrough, and this is part 25. And in the last part we did Route 7, I'm pretty sure it's 7, yeah. And then, now we're going to the Celestial Tower to meet up with Skyla. Yeah, I don't know why they leave that, like, bare part, you know. But whatever. Okay, so Celestial Tower, yeah, they say that when you ring the bell on top of the tower, it pleases the resting spirits. So I guess this is like a graveyard, you know, the Celestial Tower where Pokemon are laid to rest. Yep, a graveyard for, well, it's not really a yard, it's a tower, I guess. But yeah, I don't know how Pokemon die, because maybe just of age, or, you know, like, I don't think it would, like, Pokemon battles would go as far as killing another Pokemon, or else that would be really bad. But yeah, because, you know, they seem to take quite a bit of beating, you know, when they are battling, but I guess they can, that much they can take. So, and yeah, so yeah, quite a bit of trainers in here. So, you know, even though you have to come here, it is good experience. And he just changed my what is it called, ability? Yeah, no, wait, is it ability? Yeah, yeah. I never pay attention to those, so I'm not sure what it, like, the name for it. Okay, but yeah, Tynamo's ability is Levitate, so that makes me immune to ground types. I just feel like repeating that because I really like that ability. But because that makes Tynamo weak, no, weakless. No, that I don't think that's right. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, this trainers has, like, this is like her third or fourth Pokemon, I think. So yeah, Sigilyph, whoa, it was super effective, yet it still didn't do much. So I'm not sure if Sigilyph actually has high defenses. I probably should check that out. Okay, what else was I talking about? Sigilyph, okay. So yeah, that's taken quite a while. I could use Charge Beam because, because, you know, it does higher my special attack, you know, most of the time when I use it, but I decided to just use Spark because Tynamo is better at physical attacking than special attacking. So okay, so yes, hopes and dreams, whatever. Okay, so I don't think I need to heal, do I? Maybe I do. I guess I do. No, I don't. So I'm just switching, actually. Wow, I'm not sure if I cut that part out or what, because Tynamo actually didn't take any damage, like, against like 4 Pokemon or something. But it was a psychic person, so they tend to not be so hard, I think, in my opinion. Okay, so this last, I don't know what that even means, last, like, is it to be like a little girl or something, because that's what she is. Okay, so use an Ice Beam. Yeah, that's super effective. I could have used Avalanche, but then again, there's that priority thing, because I'm pretty sure Avalanche would do the trick. Okay, so back in Real Punny, I really like that, you know, that look or whatever when Tynamo comes out of the Dust Ball, and I think it looks even cooler when it evolves. Oh darn, Gothita, I think that's its name. I think Gothita, I'm not sure if I explained this already, but Gothita is kind of like the Ralts of this generation. I'm not sure, like, on stats wise, but, you know, it has 3 evolutions, except for the saying that, you know, Ralts evolves into Kirlia, and Kirlia can evolve into Gallade, I think. I don't think it has 4 or 3 evolutions, I guess. Okay, and another battle. I'm not sure if I'm repeating myself, because I feel like I've already said this in past parts, but I have nothing else to talk about, so that's not so good on my part. Okay, so Pokemon. Okay, so was that like his daughter or something? I didn't really get a good look at that. I wonder, like, for some reason that made me think of Harvest Moon. I remember that's a game on the GameCube, and my sister would play it, and even though I think you could choose to play as a guy or a girl, I sometimes would play, but I would only like fish and stuff like that. And what was I talking about? Oh, and you could get married in that game and stuff like that. But I don't think you could have kids, or maybe you did. I'm not even sure. Oh, I'm using Charge Beam now. Charge Beam looks a lot like Ice Beam because, you know, they're both beams. And Crunch, please don't. Yeah, that's not good. Oh dear, they can be annoying sometimes. Okay, so And a hyper potion, great. I'm not sure if Avalanche is gonna do the trick. And no, it didn't. Okay, so gonna use it again, and I still go faster. Wow, that's weird. What was it planning to do? Or I don't know what I mean when I say I still go faster. I mean I still go first. Oops, I hope I didn't just hit the microphone. And yes, you can encounter wild Pokemon here. And I just decided to stick this in because it's the first time we see a Litwick. Litwick is pretty cool. It's a ghost and fire type, which is not a bad combination. I'm not sure why I'm using Pure Shot, I guess just for a change, because it's not very effective. I didn't remember that. Okay, and it has Will-O-Wisp, so that always burns, and so that's not so great. Yeah, I don't like running from battles, and anyways, so I decided to just switch out. And Flame Burst, that's not very effective, so yeah. Litwick is pretty good. It's not a bad Pokemon. Like, Litwick itself isn't so great, but its evolutions are pretty good, and Ghost type is pretty cool in my opinion. And the Fire type, you know, that's potential on most people's teams. And I just hit the microphone again. I tend to do it a lot because I'm unaware of how my distance is for the microphone and stuff like that. So yeah, so you can go ahead and use Litwick if you want. No, I didn't use a Litwick on my team, on my Pokemon Black team. For my Ghost type, I used Golett. I'm not sure if I explained that right. No, I didn't. Golett, yeah, is a Ghost Ground type. You know, I like Ghost types. Well, no, I don't really like them. You know, I think they're cool, but I mostly use a Ghost type because there's Ghost type Elite Four, and one weakness that Ghost has is Ghost, and I think the other one is Dark, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Dark. Okay, and it's Swadloon, just use Protect. And I'm surprised it's not a Leavanny. Yeah, I forgot what level my Swadloon evolved into Leavanny, because, you know, it does evolve by happiness, if you didn't know that. And yeah, so I'm gonna get this item over here. Why am I taking bro? Okay. This Pokemon is no longer with me. That's not true. As long as I remember, it will be with me forever. Oh, that's so sad, thinking about, you know, losing a Pokemon. That's like losing. I think it would be worse than losing a pet, unless, you know, you're really attached to the pet and you take it everywhere with you and do journeys with it or whatever. Okay, so here you can get the TM61 Will-O-Wisp, which is okay. I don't really like it. I don't feel it's okay, or it's you know, useful to take a whole turn to burn. I guess, you know, that's better for like. No, it's not. It's not really good for catching Pokemon, because I think burning it takes away, like, I think it takes away a certain percentage of their HP. I don't think it's like a set number. But it also, I think, lowers their attack, so that can be good, actually. And I don't know if you can run into wild Pokemon on the stairs, but I was walking anyways. Okay, so I forget how many floors this is. I think it's like 3 or 4. Well, I guess if you don't count the bottom one. Okay. Yes, I am a Pokemon trainer. I think that was kind of obvious, wasn't it? Psychic, Musharna. Okay, so I'm not sure who's up front. Real Punny. Okay. I think this won't be bad. Okay, what was I talking about? Ghost types? I think so. And, so yeah, I think this Elite Four, for this generation is, or for this region, I guess. Well, it's the same thing either ways. And it used Hypnosis, which made me fall asleep. I think having Hypnosis on the team is, or yeah, on your Pokemon, is actually pretty useful, because that's better than, like, if for catching Pokemon, because that's better than Paralysis. Like, it'll increase the chances more. And like, once in my other game I had a Musharna, but I didn't use it the whole time. So I once I was catching legendaries, I just got my, like, level 30 Musharna against a level 40 thing. I'm not gonna spoil it if you didn't know what it was. And thank goodness Musharna's using Defense Scroll, because even though, well, no, maybe it's not so great, but yeah, that's not great either. So I probably should have used, like, Charge Beam or something, because it was, I think it had used Defense Scroll prior to that first time, and I pointed it out. And I didn't really need a Bug type for this, because it just had a couple HP left, but you know, I just wanted that confidence again of being super effective to it. Okay, so yeah, Musharna, all I had on it was, since it was only like level 30, was Yawn instead of Hypnosis. Whoops, did that again. And Yawn isn't as great. I think it might be more accurate, but you have to wait a turn until it goes to sleep. But Hypnosis, it'll just go to sleep right there. But I still think Hypnosis is better, you know, just because of that, not like that instantaneous effect, I guess. And yeah, but I guess it did work, but I don't think it was worth the slot. Well, maybe it was, because I don't think it was too much of a challenge. Okay, so now we're going against a level 31 Letwick. Yeah, and the ones, yeah, this isn't so great because it's fire type, so switching out to Donald. I don't think I have anything super effective to what is it called? Ghost type. No, I don't, because Tynamo does learn, no, not Tynamo, it's one of its evolutions learns Crunch, I think, and that's a dark type, so that's good. But in the meantime, I don't have anything super effective to ghost type, so I just have to go with something super effective for fire types. Okay, finally, can use Tynamo again, because I really wanted to level up. It's barely only, that's level 33 or 30? No, I don't think it's 38. Yeah, it's kind of when I'm watching this. Oh, it was 36. Now it's at level 37, sorry. Okay, so I think it's close to an evolution. I'm not sure if we're gonna get to that in this part. And what else was I talking about? I think I was done talking about Yawn and ghost types, but I remember like we're barely touching on the subject about this region's Elite Four, because the types for them are pretty cool in my opinion. Like, except for fighting type, I don't much care for that one. But like Ghost and Psychic and Dark, those are pretty good types in my opinion. There's for some reason it stood out to me because I like when I was first started playing this game, I looked up like a chart onto what's super effective and what's not very effective and what has no effect and blah blah blah, and like it would list all the types vertically and horizontally, and Psychic, Ghost, and Dark, and Steel, and like some of those were like towards the end of the bottom, like of the list, and so that, I guess that was what was cool to me, that they're all together yet they were the Elite Four, I guess. That was kind of, you know, like not important, but I just liked that, I guess. Okay, so using Spark again on this Duosian, I think that's how you pronounce it. I forgot what that evolves from. Forgot what the first form of it is, and I think the evolution is like Reunclus or something like that. And an item right here is Spell Tag. I don't even know what that does, so I think that's a hold item. I think. Wow. I just once again I do that thing where I repeat things. Okay, so now we can battle the nurse, because I think I need it, actually. I think Tynamo's not doing so great. She only has 2 Pokemon as a Gothita. Okay, so how's Real Punny doing? Not so great, so I should try to do this. Yeah, Spark. Okay, let's see how much this does. Good enough. I think that's probably gonna be good. Okay, so sorry about that microphone. Okay, so what else was I talking about? The Elite Four, I think, no, I'm not even sure about it, because I don't want to sound dumb if I say it. So, yeah, and, the rooms for it, I think I really like, and it used Protect, but, that's okay, because, yeah, it usually doesn't do it twice in a row, and Leaf Blade is really good, so, yeah, I didn't have to worry about that. Okay, so that's good. Now I can heal. Okay, so the rooms for the Elite Four people, they're pretty cool. I wish they would like. No, I guess not, because I was saying that I wish they had a little more to them, but you know, like not just scenery, but like something you can do in it. Because most of them have like an elevator or like a staircase or something. And so yeah, that's pretty cool. but I would have liked something else. Like the gyms have like puzzles and stuff. I'm not exactly asking for a puzzle because that would be a little bit too much, I think. But yeah, I guess the point that the game maker or the game designers are trying to put out, I guess, is like a straight to the point thing. You know, when they don't put much into the Elite Four, like not even trainers. Well, I guess yeah, trainers would be pointless because that's a gym thing. And Fire Fang, was that Fire Fang? I think. I'm not sure if Stoutland can like learn most of the fangs. At least I think there's Fire Fang. I don't think there's like a Grass or Water Fang. I think there's Ice Fang and something else. I'm not even sure. No, I don't know. I think there's a couple of them. Thunder Fang, I think. Yeah. Okay, so yes, he is far from perfect, and I just like change my direction. I find a wild Pokemon, I don't even take a step. So yeah, that's kind of annoying. But I still refuse to use repels because I think they're not a wise choice of money, because I can easily just run from the Pokemon and then cut it out when I'm editing. So yeah, even though I am sometimes tempted to use repels because they are pretty annoying when I just want to get it to stun with, but no, it's not that bad, I guess. And you can find a revive here. I think I don't really need those right now. I usually have a surplus of those because I always buy like a million of them just to be sure. Okay, so another battle. Yeah, these there's quite a bit of these, so I think that's kind of like preparing you, or maybe it's on purpose because maybe the game designers, again I'm referencing them, but because there's a pretty good chance that you caught an electric type where we just came out of Chargestone Cave, and so they know that could be useful for this gym, and so they kind of give you all this to go through Route 7 and the Celestial Tower so that you can level it up just like I am. Even though if you don't use Dynamo, there's also that spider one, I forgot its name. I actually wanted to use that one instead of Dynamo or Leavanny because I like bug types. I think they're useful to me. And sorry about that, real punny. And you kind of need an electric type. Most people have one. And but yeah, and so I at first I planned on getting that, but then I realized I needed a grass type. But yeah, there's that thing that I mentioned, that there aren't that many good grass types other than the starter and, you know, Leavanny, and I'm not sure about the other ones, like Deerling, I think that's the name, the one that changes during the seasons. That one's not so great. I think it learns like Energy Ball and Solar Beam or something like that. And so yeah, that wasn't good enough for me. And Team 65 Shadow Claw, that's not a bad move actually. It's a ghost type, I think. Yeah, I think it is. And it could come in handy, you know, just in case for the Elite Four, like I was talking about. And yeah, so grass types, there's also the Grass Steel one. I forgot that name too, but it's not so great either. And there are a bunch of them, but I don't like many of them. Okay, so here's Skyla. Oh, you came, thank you. Yeah, I was right. What I saw was a herp. Don't worry though, it's fine now. I gave it a max revive. Then it felt better and flew away. Oh, oops. Hee, don't have great eyesight. No matter how far away things are, our pilot's eyes can see them. Oh, that's right. Since you've come this far away, or this far, why don't you ring the bell? Celestial Tower's bell is for soothing the spirits of Pokemon. Also, the character of the person ringing the bell is reflected in its sound. And we will ring the bell. And unfortunately, when I'm commentating this, I can't hear the audio, so I wonder what my personality is right now. The sound of the bell reverberates through the area, I think. What a pretty sound. Chris, you are a kind and strong person. It's that kind of sound. I'd like to introduce myself again. I'm Skyla, the leader of Mr. Alton Pokemon Gym. Flying type. I'll come to the gym, I'll give you a big welcome. Okay, so I rushed through that last part. So yeah, instead of going and following her, all I do is open my menu because I have a flying type Pokemon. And Skyla does too, but I think she forgot about that or something, because you can just fly back to Mr. Alton City if you don't want to go through all of that, unless you don't have a flying Pokemon. Okay, so yeah, thanks for watching part 25, and I'll see you guys in the next part 26, where we go to the Mr. Alton City Gym. Okay, bye.